This is Feminine Features. The main purpose of this show is to discuss chick flicks. I'm Anne Sully Sullivan.
I'm Jenna Morrissey.
I'm Windsor Jewel.
And this week we are joined by very special guest returning to the podcast, Nancy Lott. Nancy, how are you?
Woo! Our biggest fan.
Fangirling. This week we saw Working Girl. In order for you to enjoy and understand this podcast, we recommend that you watch before listening. But if you haven't, here's Jenna with some background and a brief synopsis.
You guys know I always keep it real with you.
Tell you why.
I overslept this morning.
Yep.
So we're going to get through this summary the best we freaking can. All right. And I'm going to need a lot of help from Nancy here.
Got it. I'm on it.
But let's get into it. First, this is a 1988 20th Century Fox film.
Woo!
It was
Shout out to
directed.
1988.
Shout out to 1988. It was directed by Mike Nichols.
Yeah.
And written by Kevin Wade.
Pretty good.
This movie stars
Well written.
Melanie Griffith as Tess McGill.
Woo!
Harrison Ford as Jack Trainer. I know. My stepmom's favorite. She loves him.
Mhm.
Sigourney Weaver as Catherine Parker.
Woo!
Oh, yeah. Alec Baldwin as Mick Dugan.
Boo.
Bad guy, great character
Young.
actor.
Great
Hot.
actor.
Top-notch
Baldwin.
character actor, looking hot.
And we welcome Alec Baldwin back to the podcast.
Of course.
Yes, yeah.
Of course.
Then we have Joan Cusack as Cynthia.
Woo!
And Philip Bosco as Orrin Trask.
Orin.
Yep. He's in a couple of scenes.
Yes, he is.
He's important.
And there's someone else whose name you will
Oh, there's-
recognize, but I will bring him up.
Two other
Shortly.
people. What about Olympia Dukakis?
Olympia Dukakis.
Olympia
yeah.
Dukakis.
She's- That has a little-
She's the HR.
And-
Oh, she's like personal director.
Jenna, there is
director.
another
Personnel.
person that makes a cameo in this.
Yeah, I think that's what she was referencing. We'll get to him.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake. Yes, I
as
did
a
recognize
bridesmaid.
Ricky Lake. I was like, why would they have Ricky Lake in
from
just this
Hairspray.
scene?
The
Yeah.
OG Tracy Turnblad.
The
of course.
OG Tracy Turnblad has a one.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Totally missed that.
Well, this is like the same year.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, huh?
Mike Nichols, friends with John Waters, calling him
Correct.
up. Like, I loved that movie. Is she available? I have like one day in New York. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So our summary: Tess is from Staten Island and works as a secretary at a stockbroker office where her bosses harass her.
Mm-hmm.
Typical
The sexual nature.
of the
Yes,
sexual nature. Yes, it does not seem unusual. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So after sending her on a supposed interview that ends with Kevin Spacey doing coke and watching porn with her,
Mm-hmm.
she puts some mean words on the stock banner thingy and is fired. You know what I mean by stock banner thingy? It's like the
Ticker.
yeah,
Ticker.
that's the word I was
Stock
looking
ticker.
for. So yeah, Kevin Spacey's also in this movie, plays a total fucking creep.
Seems really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hones his
exactly.
craft.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't even acting. So Tess gets another job at a mergers and acquisitions firm. This is all just like fucking
I think it's the
gibberish
same
to me.
company and she gets moved.
I don't know about that.
Or is
I don't think
she
it's the same
a temp?
company.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a temp agency,
Okay.
or secretary placement agency.
I
is
couldn't
what
tell
I
if it was
think.
internal
A
or
secretarial pool
secretarial pool. Okay,
kind
cool.
of thing. Yeah, and Olympia Dukakis is in there.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So yes, now she's going to mergers and acquisitions as the assistant to partner Catherine Parker. So Tess likes working for her, but she feels kind of bad when Catherine shoots down one of her ideas. But then Catherine breaks her leg on a ski trip and asks Tess to house sit while she's in the hospital. And Tess discovers Catherine's plan to pass off her idea as her own on her tape recorder.
Yep.
And like, what is this idea exactly? It's like merging two companies.
Yes.
No.
Very good.
No.
Acquiring.
It's about acquiring. They are an independent broker that has a client, Trask Industries,
Yes.
that is looking to
Sort of
expand
like a GE
into
of the time.
broadcasting,
Right.
i.e.
You want to buy a
television
station.
station. And because they have Japanese competitors and the market is clogged, they have a hard time buying anything. And so Melanie Griffith suggests that they buy radio stations first to get a foothold in broadcasting, and because the SEC bans foreign ownership of radio stations.
Yep. And it's cheaper.
I'm glad you were paying attention to that plot.
They really use it the whole movie, and they're very straightforward about it, and every thing that pops up makes a lot of sense. And I like that they do media because I know about media.
Yeah, made more sense than The Big Short, I'll tell you that much.
Hell yeah. And right, it's like, oh, remember, and this movie's like business is about actual things like the radio, as opposed to now when it's like business is about money,
yeah
like The Big Short.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So then she returns home. Tess returns back to her home, and she finds her boyfriend, Alec Baldwin, cheating on her.
Mick.
So she goes back to Catherine's apartment, and her best friend Cynthia ends up coming over, and she gives Tess a makeover. Makeover chick flick. It's a makeover scene.
Cuts her hair.
You're getting ahead of yourself.
I know I am. This is the part where I'm going to need you to start jumping in a little bit.
Speak on it.
So Tess schedules a meeting with Jack Trainer, who is the mergers and acquisitions guy from the other company. But before that meeting...
He brings in the media part of it.
Yes.
He's the media expert.
Gotcha. His firm is having a dinner, and Tess goes on Catherine's behalf, and she's looking for Jack to get a head start on the conversation or whatever. And they do meet, but he won't tell her.
Meet cute.
They've got a whole meet cute. Yep.
Meet
cute.
Meet cute, where he is super shady.
He is being a little shady.
He is in love immediately.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
And he's like, "You're the one I've been waiting to meet."
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a line.
And then she says, "Oh, I'm looking for Jack Trainer," and he's like, "I don't want to give myself away yet."
Yeah, right.
That's what I think.
He doesn't want to talk business.
He doesn't want to talk business
because
with
he's
this person
enjoying,
who's there to have a business meeting with him.
Yeah, but he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, and he knows that the lie is gonna be come out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah,
right. 10 a.m. because he knows he has a meeting with her.
Yeah. Well, Tess drinks a lot of alcohol and apparently is also on Valium.
That he buys her in quick succession.
I should have checked the milligrams. No, he doesn't buy it.
Yes,
it's an open bar.
Oh, it's an open bar, right?
She says, "I'm buying," and he's like, "Okay, but it's an open bar."
Yeah, and he whispers doubles to the bartender.
Yeah,
just in case there's any question about whether or not he's trying to get her drunk.
Yes,
right.
Well, he ends up bringing Tess back to his apartment because she passed out in the cab. And she wakes up the next day, not in her dress and in bed with this man. So she thinks they slept together, heads to the meeting, and is like, oh, holy shit. And then she leaves her briefcase there, right? At his place?
No, she never had a briefcase.
Oh, okay. So when
she was binder with a
she never had. She doesn't have one.
Okay, when she said she left her briefcase behind, I thought she left it at his place.
She's pretending.
She's pretending. She's just pretending because once again, this is not her job.
She's a secretary.
She's a secretary. She is just doing all of this. So after the meeting, she's all worried that she's totally messed this all up, but Jack is like, no. And also, we didn't sleep together, but let's do all this business together. So they do end up eventually hooking up because
I liked it a lot when they closed the deal. They closed the deal or made a big
Trask said they liked her idea basically.
Yeah.
And so they're just yeah, let's have sex.
Let's just make out now. And then they start making out in one building and they're still making out at the door. It's like a cut.
Such a directorial choice that
they didn't stop.
Lips continue to be locked from one shot to the next shot.
I love that. Mike Nichols.
It's so smart.
You're in good hands with Mike Nichols.
Oh yeah.
Was that after the wedding scene where they go to the wedding to talk to him?
After.
Yeah, they crash this wedding to talk business with the father of the bride.
It's also her idea.
And it works.
Yeah.
They get away with it, barely. So they Tess also discovers that Jack has been involved with Catherine, and he was going to break up with her before the ski accident. But
the ski weekend was to break up with her.
yeah.
It's a love triangle and we
Yes.
didn't even know it.
It's a love triangle and we didn't even know it. All right, what happens next? I'm trying not to read directly from Wikipedia.
Okay.
He's the guy.
Next is Catherine
who-
is coming back. They're in the
Yes.
middle of the deal. She's coming back from Europe
Mm-hmm.
after she broke her leg and she was in the hospital for 2 weeks. They have a little scene where she's having a blast in the hospital.
Absolute black. Windsor was
Because
losing it.
she's so charming.
Right.
That she got all the doctors
Everybody in love with
drinking,
her.
whether there's a
Yeah.
party in her hospital.
She's
Always
being
a
an
party.
asshole at the beginning and like slapping their hands away.
Yeah.
And at the end, she's like, I love the doctor's bones.
Yeah. And then she comes back. So the day of the big meeting where they're
big
going to go
meeting.
through the actual merger and acquisition
Mhm.
details, she's landing in the morning and then they're going to their meeting. So she
right.
she picks her up at the heliport.
Mm-hmm.
She goes home. She's like, I'm home.
She has
She's like,
Melanie
"I'm
Griffith.
home."
Then
That's
she
what
has
she's like.
Melanie
This is what
Griffith
she's
to
like.
bathe her
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and run out for her drugs. Meanwhile, Jack comes over to visit Catherine because he now wants to break up with her.
Yes.
And Melanie Griffith comes back and knows that he's there, so she has to hide in the closet. And then, she overhears what he's saying. Like, so this is a little test. He doesn't know she's there.
Mm-hmm.
So he says, there's someone else.
Yeah.
But then Catherine's like, So he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
They're on their way to this big meeting where they're going to go through all the books
Mm-hmm.
and tell exactly how this murder is going to happen. And this is the close of it all.
Yeah.
And she leaves her day planner behind,
Ugh.
which I'm going to talk about the importance of those freaking books. And, Catherine sees it, decides to interrupt the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
She comes in on her crutches and says, thank God I'm here.
Yeah.
That's my secretary. She leaves. She says, I'm sorry. Tess leaves.
She claims to have come up with the idea.
Says it was her
Which is not
idea.
true.
She stole my idea, this secretary.
And she tells Tess, because she was put together that Tess has read her personal files. She's like, well, of course, I was going to credit you. I just needed to be personal because Jack's paranoia,
Right.
which she then confirms that Jack is not the case.
Right.
And so then she lies about having the idea in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So then, Tess is fired again, has to go clean out her desk. And that's the day she runs into them again.
Mm-hmm.
They're about to close the deal in Catherine's, office where she was working. And, she gets in the elevator, literally an elevator pitch to say, like, this was my idea, and proves it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trask says, you're fired. Fires, like,
Get
or
your
gets
bony
Sig-
ass out of here.
Sig-
Yes.
he's going to get
your
Sigourney
bony
Weaver
ass
fired.
out of here.
And then, they have the best scene of the whole freaking movie where she gets her own, he hires her.
Mhm.
She gets her own office.
Yes.
She did it.
Yes. And then she
hit
calls
the
Cynthia,
track.
and Cynthia
Hit the
tells
track.
every other girl that
And
she's working with.
helicopter showing the window.
Mhm.
It's the best.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
notes.
you need your
Where are
notes?
my notes? Would you get me the Peterson file, please? Thank you. Thank you.
There you go.
Okay, so what do I think the theme of this is?
Miss Sullivan.
Again,
Miss Sullivan.
thank you. Again, hard for me not to put my personal opinions about work into this film.
Hell
Doing
yeah.
all of these movies
But what
about
I
work.
have is don't trust anyone professionally.
Amen, sister.
Because Catherine, she's very welcoming. She says, I welcome your ideas. I like to see hard work rewarded. It's a two-way street on my team. You work for me, I work for you. Little does she know that work is an exchange of service for goods, for goods, for payment.
For money.
That's the two-way street we're talking about, okay? Okay, you are only valuable in the services in which you can provide. Yeah.
Exactly. They can't pay you in mentorship.
It literally.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started. But yeah, Tess is so excited about this. She says it's just so exciting. I mean, she takes me seriously, and I think it's because, and I know I know you hate when I say this, but I think it's because she's a woman. There's none of that chasing her on the desk crap, and it's like she wants to be my mentor, which is exactly what I needed.
And that's like the vibe she was giving at first, but then it feels like she starts to write her off.
I do think the mentorship is part of the theme, and I do
Yeah,
think
totally.
she does mentor her.
Yeah, I
She
think so,
helps
too.
her with her look.
Yeah.
She helps her understand that you can use flirting. Remember the dim
Yes.
sum scene?
Yeah.
The first idea Tess comes up with is we should have dim sum. Then she's
Good
serving
idea.
it, and she's like covered in steam and sweat because she has to walk around.
Mm-hmm.
And Catherine's like, it was a good idea, but she's like, she's kind of working this guy in the room, and she's like, you don't burn any bridges.
Right.
Yeah.
Which she did at her last job.
Right.
And she's like, oh, okay. So she's learning.
yeah.
And she learns how to talk from listening to her, like get rid of her accent.
Literally
Well, she
listens to
single
her tape
white females
recordings.
her.
Yeah, she's single white femaling her. She literally steals her haircut, starts listening to her talking on tape, mimics
Wears her
accent,
clothes.
wears her clothes, lives in her house. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a form of mentorship.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is. It is.
I have a theory about this segment. If I can breach into themes, or
Oh,
have you
go right
completed
ahead.
Your,
Go right ahead.
Your thought here.
Mm-hmm.
It's about what all movies should be about: class.
Yes.
And all these class signifiers that Melanie Griffith is unexposed to. That Sigourney, am I stealing?
No. You don't feel that way.
I don't feel that every movie
all
should be about
movies
class.
should be about class unless they're about race.
Unless they're about race, of course. Well, what is race?
Well, guess what intersects quite a bit, folks.
I know. But sometimes we always have an issue when movies are about class when they should be about race.
Oh, that's also true.
That's
sometimes
yes,
that's true.
Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
I just want to remind you of your opinions.
Yeah, well, I think that many movies that are about class are actually about race
Yeah.
and don't actually talk about class.
Mhm.
This movie talks about class.
Yeah.
And it's not like J.D. Vance not knowing which fork to use at Yale. It's like they are sexually harassing her because of what her hair looks like.
Yeah. And
You know,
they
it's
know that
very
they can get away with
direct.
it. Yeah. Mhm.
It's very clear, very obvious.
I think Sigourney Weaver has gone through her
Share of sexual
share of
harassment
sexual
too.
harassment.
It's a different
when the guy
class
in the
of
dim
sexual
sum is
harassment.
like, come on, Catherine,
Yeah.
you know what this and that. She knows how to deflect it now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whereas Tess did not.
Right. And Tess sees that intersectionality between, blue blood.
But she has her boundaries. She gets out of the car when Bob from Arbitrage is like hitting on her. She knows, she's like, okay, that's it.
I mean, there's a little bit, and I think it's kind of a conservative angle on, like, Sigourney Weaver uses sex in business because it's how she's adapted, but that maybe she's a little shallow because of it.
I don't know what it was like in the 80s, but I have to assume you had to do that shit.
Right.
I mean,
That's
I feel
how
like
it feels to me
Yeah, I feel
watching,
like
but
I have to do
I feel like
that
the movie's judging.
currently. Sometimes you get
Exactly.
sexually harassing, you got to just be like, ha ha, I'm not
Exactly.
going to worry about this.
Yeah.
That's why this trans.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not over.
And I love the Sigourney character because I think she really isn't a villain until
She's
the
not
end.
a villain.
You know,
That's-
like,
I
they
That's
are-
my point.
they are at odds.
Is that she's
Yeah.
a mentor. She's
Right.
not.
She was going to steal her idea.
True,
though.
but like,
yeah.
and that's
But I think
why
she felt justified in stealing her idea because it couldn't come from a secretary.
Right.
I think,
Yeah.
it's a practical thing to her.
yeah, because
But also,
Tess doesn't have the position to be able to put that forward. But
Yeah.
it's also climbing up the ladder, breaking the glass ceiling, and kicking out the ladder from under you. You know,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and in my mind, the difference, right? There is that intersectionality, but what's the difference between Tess at the end
Mm-hmm.
when she is in a more sensible clothing and tells the secretary, to only get coffee when she wants to get coffee? It is that class difference of Sigourney Weaver, despite also going under, having to deal with sexism, gets to be the one in charge simply because she grew up rich.
She grew up rich
Yeah.
and she went to the right school.
And she went to the right school,
'Cause
and now
you
she's
hear her talking to
equal
her
to Tess.
sorority sisters
They-
on the tape. And,
Right.
At Wharton or wherever she went.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they both work hard. Wesley.
Wesley.
They both work hard, and they both beat the odds. But Sigourney does not see them as equal because of class. And in the end, that's what makes her the villain. And that's what I find so strong about the movie, is because that's like real life, you know? Like, you know, somebody who is a perfectly fine person, but just is totally separate because they feel they're in this higher class, especially at work.
Yeah.
And it is in my mind, beautiful, touching,
But I think Tess
and very
sees,
earnest at the end when she develops this more friendly work style, because she understands that all of these like rules
Yeah.
and your jewelry and your hair are like these falsehood class signifiers that don't actually help you be good at your job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is an incredible message for a 1988 movie on working to have, you know?
Yeah.
That you can succeed with your smarts, your brain,
That you can
not
succeed
just
with your
bod
smarts,
percent.
and like if you look for that in the people you work with and the people you want to hire, you're going to be more successful, because just hiring people who look rich is never going to help you. They don't necessarily have the good ideas. I mean, it shows how much it takes for just a good idea from the person they wouldn't usually get one from to actually get to the top of the business.
I mean, yeah, they even have that part where she's like looking at page 6 and it like points out a hole in their
right.
plan.
And she says to Nora Dunn, like, I read in W about this, and she's
Yeah.
like, you read W? And she's like, I read a lot of things.
Yeah.
She's just very, very, very smart. And they know, like, I think the living on Staten Island and the bar scene where you're in Staten Island and there's the juxtaposition of like, this is her crowd that she grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when she's looking out at the skyline of Manhattan, and he says, you got to get your priorities straight. She's looking over there. That's what she wants. That is her priority. She wants to get what she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't want, so I don't think, they're not saying Staten Island is a bad thing or a bad choice. Sin is perfectly happy there. She's got what she wants, a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And Alec Baldwin ends up getting what he wants, a boat and his business. But Tess doesn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's stretching outside of her comfort zone because she does, she's just not happy with what's going on in Staten Island. But they don't say like that it's bad.
Right.
No,
necessarily.
which is what I love about
Not an anti-Staten Island.
It's not
film.
it's not an anti like, oh, poor is bad. It's like poor is different, or not poor even, like they're not poor.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He owns a boat. It's
They're
just
just wearing those colors at the wedding. Oh my God.
yeah.
Do you love
The
that?
baby blue tuxes for the party.
So good. Are you gonna get one of those for your brother's wedding?
Yeah, I'm gonna be the only one
In baby blue.
wearing blue.
Yeah,
and it's gonna
nice.
be bright powder baby blue.
And like they have a pizza for dinner, and they have, like it's just the surprise party. It's a different vibe, but it's not a bad. They don't consider that bad. It's just not what Tess wants.
yeah, and
She wants to use her smarts.
Doesn't necessarily not want the pizza and the surprise party.
Right.
She just
She wants to make it together because
a
she's
guy
like,
she
maybe
can
we
trust.
could go to dinner
Frankly,
in the city sometime with her, and he's like,
yeah,
the pizza's getting cold.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Sigourney Weaver, a mentor, she says, you don't get anywhere in this world by waiting for what you want to come to you. You make it happen. Watch me, Tess. Learn from me.
Mhm.
So funny.
And she does learn.
She does.
And she does. But yeah, I mean, she is a mentor, certainly, but I think she is also kind of hell-bent on keeping things the way that they are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like she doesn't want to give Tess credit because it's like, well, secretaries don't come up with these ideas. Like whoever comes up with these, the bosses come up with these ideas. And then Tess says, I'm not the same pathetic, trusting fool I was a couple of days ago. She's talking about Alec Baldwin at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, the parallels between
Mhm.
trusting people in your personal life versus
Yes.
your career.
It is so funny looking over at your paper and just seeing what is bolded.
Next one, rules. Yeah, but Sigourney Weaver is kind of like how the like evils of the corporate world are like personified, characterized. Like she is the villain in this for enforcing those rules. But Tess says, I'm not going to spend the rest of my life working my ass off and getting nowhere just because I followed rules I had nothing to do with setting up, which I thought the wording was weird, but that's how it goes.
I like that that she's saying that to Sin.
Yeah.
It's just like this very much. And maybe there's a little bit of the noble savage in Sin where she's like, she doesn't know how good it can get. You know, she feels resigned.
Sure.
But mostly I like the scene of her being like, we were put in a place and this is what I have to do to get out, to not be put in that place for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's
she also says, do you think Mr. Briefcase is going to take you away from all this? And I don't think Tess wants Mr. Briefcase to take her away from it. I don't think she wants Harrison Ford. She's not expecting Harrison Ford to propose or do any. When she gets a proposal in this movie, it's very inconvenient.
Yeah. She's like, ooh.
So like, she's not looking for to land the man.
And what I love about
she
that
wants to have her ideas heard. Like, literally, that's all she wants.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And what I love about that scene is that it takes place in the office, in Sigourney's office. So it's like, wants to take you away from all this, and she's literally where she wants to be.
She's sitting in the
office. And this is actually a facet of her getting to where she currently is.
Yep.
Instead of trying to get away from where they are.
Yeah. And she's like, how do I crash a wedding?
And it's very much this, like, the office is a place for women. Like,
oh my God,
because the term is so, just the implication is you're in the home.
Yeah.
That's what I have for themes is the woman. First of all, it's working girl, which is a term for sex worker.
Yeah.
And it is a horny movie. She's in a lot of lingerie.
Horny, yeah.
It is a horny movie.
But you watch this the whole beginning where you're circling the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then you zoom in on all these secretaries going to work.
Yeah.
Past the Statue of Liberty.
I'm like, once it first zooms in, it's kind of going right at the Twin Towers. I gotta say. I was like, whoa.
Twin Towers show up in the beginning and at the end. And
well, of course they do.
The
they were
financial
there.
District. Yeah.
Where does the Staten Island ferry go to?
Twin Towers?
To financial district.
Right to, downtown.
Yep.
And she has to go in the men's room right away to go get the guy.
Yep.
So it's just like, you know, the Old Boy Network is so symbolized that with Bob and Arbitrage and the guys that she's like, everybody in that first office is all men.
Oliver Platt.
Yeah.
And then Oliver Platt. And then when she gets to Catherine's office, it's all women. Like the secretaries are all there. She's a woman. She's like, but the support of the other secretaries is huge.
Yeah, it's really big.
Like they give her money when she gets fired. They clap when she, they support. They know she's screwing around and pretending to be somebody she's not. Not one of them gives her away.
No.
Right. Yeah.
This is very much an and everybody clapped movie
everybody clapped. Absolutely.
to an extent. But
what I really love is a detail to why they're all clapping is they all do their makeup like Sin at the end, which I really like as a touch, and it seems like a deleted scene, but I really like the touch of just like this place is changed by having them be the people that are there.
Yeah.
Like Staten Island, it is not just her eschewing Staten Island, but actually taking Staten Island with her to these corporate places.
Yeah.
Right. And trying to make a significant change.
Right. Because
for all of them.
And what I love is Sigourney's introduction, right? All the secretaries are talking when she walks in, and then they're silent when Sigourney walks in. And so at the end, when she's going, everybody's clapping, and then Sigourney comes back, and they all become silent again. And it's like, okay, that's the difference between Tess and Sigourney.
Yeah.
And Tess is running in her sneakers.
Yeah.
Sigourney never does that.
No.
I did like that touch. She changes her shoes at work. Yeah.
That was like
that's so 80s.
Yeah.
Well, I really thought that like people still did that. I used to do that in my first job in New York when I worked at the Friars Club. I would go to work in my sneakers and then I would put on my little heels when I got there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smart.
Yes, a lot of people do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have one more quote and then I'll wrap up the themes. It kind of ends with her talking to Trax Industries, or what is his name?
Trag.
Trask.
Trask.
Trask, like the guy who builds the
SK.
Sentinels in the X-Men comics.
Oh, thank you, Windsor.
Anyway,
I'm just saying she's building Sentinels.
she says, well, no one was going to listen, sir. Not to me. I mean, you can bend the rules plenty once you get upstairs, but not while you're trying to get there. And if you're someone like me, you can't get there without bending the rules.
Right, right.
So yeah, I think to me, this movie is about how work is exploitative and work is literally a power structure, you know?
Right, which is why class is so rewarded in it.
Exactly. Yeah. And so, you know, to bend the rules to like move things around is like really the only way you can get ahead. And like you just have to, you know, demand what you want, like Sigourney tells her to, and go after what you want. What's the quote?
Oh,
sorry.
we don't get anywhere in this world by waiting for what you want to come to you. You make it happen.
Who makes
Who
it
makes it
happen?
happen?
I do.
Who makes it happen? Only then do we get what we deserve. And then the next scene, she flies off a cliff. Only then do we get what we deserve. And then she skis literally off a cliff with no dialogue in between.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
She gets what she deserves.
Yes.
All right. Anything else on themes that we want to cover?
No, I just love how subtle the Sigourney character is, of just like solidarity over both being women and her being the first, like being infinitely better than a man.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie then still qualifying why she sucks
Yeah.
just from the power structure of work.
Yeah.
I think, Tess proves that she's already ready and way ahead.
Yeah.
Because like in that scene where she goes, you know, you have to be tough, accommodating, accurate, punctual, never make a promise you can't keep. You know, I want your input. I welcome ideas. And she goes, yes, Catherine. And then she goes, and call me Catherine. This just shows you that she's way ahead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's already far. She's ready.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's got the night school. She's got her degree. She's called a few.
Yeah.
And she's like way ahead. She's like prepared. And I think, you know, Catherine kind of is intimidated by that. And that's why she ends up doing what she does. But yeah, it's scary to have someone that competent, you know, working under you. And they're the same age. That's a great scene.
Oh,
my
yeah, they're
God.
only a week apart. Tess is like
6
1
months.
week older.
Yeah. Hate that. Yeah. Okay. What this
It's so
movie-
smart, but also that's exactly who I would be. It's Sigourney Weaver with somebody 6 months older than me
Yeah,
at the
you would hate
office.
that.
Well, I would be like
Yeah.
talking down to them immediately.
I love the romantic relationship. Like Catherine doesn't care too much about Harrison Ford. And when she figures out, like she's much more worried about the business deal than she is that Harrison Ford's gone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She's like, she was expecting a proposal. We are in the same city.
Yeah.
I've indicated that I'm receptive to an offer. I've cleared the month of June, and I am, after all, me. She's like expecting a proposal, but not because she's in love with Harrison Ford so much. She's
It's like a business
we can be
thing.
Mr. and Mrs. Happily Ever After or
Yeah.
whatever. And
Mhm.
it's like he's looking for something else.
Yeah.
But she doesn't. I don't even think she cares when she loses him.
No, well, she immediately, when he is like defending Tess at the end, she's immediately like, I forgive you. Get in
I
the elevator.
forgive you. I forgive you.
I forgive you. Like that's
Thank
the only thing that
God I'm
matters
here.
is my
She is
opinion
the
about
best.
this.
Yeah.
And
Character.
I don't care what the hell you think right now. I need you here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. I think that's all.
So, what this movie meant to me, the last couple years, me and my friends have been on the Staten Island
Oh,
Ferry
yeah.
booze cruise, which
Booze.
is you're allowed to drink on the Staten Island Ferry, and they sell tall boys in either terminal, so you can just get on, grab a tall boy, get back on.
Well,
and just drink,
you gotta
drink.
hope the line isn't too long so you don't miss the
Yeah.
turnover.
Yeah.
You got like 5 minutes to get off the ferry, book it back inside, and get back on it.
I've always done it.
Hey, I didn't fall behind this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people got left behind in Staten Island when I was not.
I
one of
did
them.
not know that. Oops.
Ben's friends from Oregon.
Oh no. That's the worst.
Shout out Mina.
Not ready for this high-speed New York City
Yeah.
beer buying environment.
Yeah.
Get your cash ready. Yeah. But yeah, so I love this. The Staten Island Ferry is incredible. It's the best way to see the Statue of Liberty, and it's free.
Yep.
So there you go.
Yep.
There were a couple quotes in this movie that I absolutely loved. I have a head for business and a bod for sin.
Is there anything wrong with that?
No.
It's such a 1988 use of the word bod.
Bod.
Well, do you remember like
I got
a
a bod.
couple
for
of years ago, I was
sin.
like, I think I'm gonna start asking people how their bod is. Like, instead of
What?
saying hello, I'll just be like, "Hey, Jenna, how's your bod?
What?
How's your bod?"
it's such
You're
a
always
surfer
trying to
culture.
If
How's
you
your bod?
came up to me and asked me that, I would hit you. I would.
How's your bod? I'd be like, oh my god, do you think I'm the fattest person? on
How's
earth?
my bod?
Does it feel good?
I was like, bitch, I'll sit on you.
You wouldn't ask me that.
Sully's
You know
always
my
How's my
bod.
bod?
You're trying to come up with your.
breathe.
She's always, you're always trying to come up with catchphrases. I was waiting for you to say, "Don't be too proud. Don't be too prejudiced."
That's not the theme of this one. I
oh.
don't think.
Isn't it? Isn't
Maybe
it?
is, maybe it is.
These were good. These would be
We're
good
gonna
things
have
for
some
Sigourney
sense.
to
Have
know.
some
Yeah,
sensibility.
RuPaul takes those catchphrases and put them in the bank.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you gotta do that.
Reality TV.
Hey, don't worry.
How's
we,
your bod?
we reuse those on this show quite often ourselves.
How's your bod,
How's your
babe?
bod, babes?
How's your head?
No complaints.
There we go.
Okay. The other quote is, "You want another answer? Ask another girl."
Oh, I liked that.
Ooh, That's a
Well, 'cause,
good
like,
one.
He's acting like she was such a bitch for turning him down. I'm like, she could have said, "Fuck you, no, you were sleeping with another girl 2 days ago."
She
Who's in the scene?
yeah.
Who's in the scene?
She nails that social interaction, and outside he says, "You embarrassed us so much in there,"
Yeah. It's like,
and it's like us,
yeah.
But he
Right?
thought she wanted to be asked.
right?
That's
'cause he's
why
like,
he
What
asked.
can I do? Yeah, that's his apology. His apology is asking
He's
her
like,
to marry
I
him.
thought you would want to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she doesn't, later when we see him and what's her name?
Oh my god, Denise,
No.
Something like that.
She,
It's a D.
Dina.
Dina.
no.
Something.
As she, she's not mad at her. She never blames her.
No.
No,
Well, maybe
She
she didn't
says
like Alec
snake.
Baldwin that much.
Snake.
she is a circumstantial feminist and a hardcore one. She is like learning on the job and is extremely with the cause as far as feminism. She does
Yeah.
not blame the other woman.
Never.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I thought the first part of this movie was pretty homoerotic. I don't know. I don't know if you can wear another
when she's
one.
like obsessed with
Yeah.
the hot woman who's her new boss.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same age as her.
Yep.
I thought we might be going down that way, but I knew it was 1988.
So it's
so
a pretty horny movie. There's a lot of stocking stuff, so I can definitely get where you're coming from on that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like important, but that's what I saw.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a good movie. That's what I got. What do you have for us, Nancy?
I love this movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
You get a choice between hot young Alec Baldwin and Harrison Ford.
Period.
Who are you picking?
It don't matter. Take them both. She gets to basically. She's like
both
flirting
for
with
the
both
majority of the
Both
movie?
of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But she's not running after a man. She's like, she doesn't want him to propose. Like, her goal is to get the recognition for her head for business. It's in that order. Head for business. Bod for son. But
Yeah.
head for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she wants a recognition. She's got her smarts. She did her research. She knows what she wants and she's going for it. And the men, she gets Harrison Ford accidentally, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. She kind of just falls into
She
that.
just kind of gets him, but she's not after him. She's not going for it. He falls in love with her and then he sticks with it. And he says at the end, she's your man, like it's more of a business thing. But, the world building, I think, is very real. Like the women educated and at night are not going to be able to, they're outnumbered by the men.
Yep.
And the opportunities, the Harvard and Wheaton graduates are going to get those, I think. And that, even today, like HR support and stuff, Olympia Dukakis role is female and the secretarial and the support roles. But the people who are in the C-suite are still 75% men. In this time in 1988, 98% men.
Yeah.
So, it is an uphill battle for her.
Yeah.
And she knows it. And, it's still translated. If you read Lean In, we're still trying to get the women to get the seat at the table and be listened to, get our ideas heard. And it's still stacked against you. In what year is this?
2026. Lean in mention on the pod.
Yeah. But she's so privileged. But Sigourney Weaver is the antagonist, right?
Yeah.
And she's that guy.
Yeah.
But
I think
she's
that's
a
what's so
strong
genius.
female executive. You don't see that.
No.
Even after this movie, you hardly ever see it.
Yeah. In movies, certainly not.
Yeah. And but she's so charming and charismatic, like in the hospital room, but she's so privileged.
Yeah.
She's just like unapologetically privileged.
Yeah.
And so you kind of like you see like her motivation is not like to destroy Tess.
Right.
She's just like, she's trying to make her own way in the world, But I also like, I told you that it follows up on Mick's arc, and he has his success. Sin has her success. She gets married, and the conflict is that she's too competent.
She's too competent. Yeah.
Even when she's packing up, she's like, we know she's going to get another job.
Oh, of course.
We're not worried about her.
Of course.
Even though Olympia Dukakis says 4 strikes and you're out.
Yeah.
That's such a good scene of her being like, oh, you keep doing this, Tess. And then like it's clear she really likes her.
Yeah. And the support, the woman support. I mean, like Joan
the
Cusack
solidarity.
jumps up and they're all cheering for her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Everyone's cheering for her at the end. That's why you cry, because it's like, this is special. She's really special. She's one in a million to get that job.
Yeah.
And because she was pushy. And what it means to me. When I was watching I was about to graduate from college when this movie came out. And, I had to worry about my career, and it's kind of like a blueprint. This is this is what you want to happen. You go in, you're smart. You convince somebody that you have a great idea, and then you get the job that you wanted. Like that would be the fantasy. So it's kind of like, besides the fact that you got 2 gorgeous men after you, the fantasy is you get the job. But, of course it doesn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way for me. But, I did get my briefcase and my my day planner. That was the thing that I loved about like watching this is like, I remember that day planner with the Velcro that she opens, and she has it with her dates and everything written. That was a symbol of success when you had meetings to go to back before you had your electronic. Although she says hit Shift S for your calendar. She has the paper calendar, she has the briefcase, she has like all the trappings of that executive position, and like that showed that she made it. And I remember when I got my first day planner at work, because I got a job where I had I got promoted enough in 1998, right before I got pregnant,
Before it all went to hell.
and I got those things, and I was like. So I felt like I had finally, gotten a job where like my ideas meant something.
Yeah.
Like I always wanted a job where they valued your brain and not just your brawn, like working, like waiting tables or whatever, retail, whatever I had done before that. And so that to me meant a lot. Like just watching this, I love, like that just brings back those 1990 memories of that. Yeah. And then it doesn't hurt to look like Melanie Griffith.
Certainly doesn't.
No.
That seems to be covered a lot in the movie, where like there's a lot of shit she has to go through just to be taken seriously, and she needs to look that good in order for any of it to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I want to talk if it's a chick flick.
Oh, well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Jenna?
Well, now that you mentioned Melanie Griffith and her looks, can we talk about her gravity-defying strapless bra?
Yeah.
Where do I get one of those?
Where do I get one of those?
Where do I get one of those? She like falls asleep. It's when she's at Harrison Ford's apartment, and he puts her to bed, and she wakes up, and she's not wearing her dress, but she's like in her undies and her bra. And I'm like, how did the boob not pop out?
How did the boob not pop out?
get me that bra. Get it to me right now. Because strapless bras they haven't figured them out yet.
No.
You know, it's 2026. We still don't have the technology. But Melanie Griffith had it in this movie.
We're losing recipes.
We are.
She does say at one point, Mick, I would like you to get me a birthday present that I can wear outside of the apartment.
Yes. Yeah. He's
So
just
good.
getting her lingerie.
So good.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to have to be a feminist, but she's stuck doing it.
Yeah.
She's
As
just
is the
too
case
smart.
with many women.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I really enjoyed this movie. Like I said earlier, my stepmom, such a big Harrison Ford fan. So the scene where he's like changing his shirt in his office and all of the women are watching and he turns around and notices they're watching, they all burst into applause and he's just like,
He does a little shimmy.
Yeah, he's like, okay, whatever. Like it's like not the first time this has happened. I thought that was awesome.
Close the blinds, buddy.
They
But yeah, I
clap.
loved that.
Talk about and everybody claps.
This is such an everybody claps movie. But they've done it the best out of everyone.
Yeah.
So much
Yeah.
better
Oh,
than
yeah.
the kissing booth.
Oh yeah.
My next thing, Carly Simon did the music for this movie.
Yes.
I did say I was going to stand up, but maybe I'll just post a picture of it on Instagram later. But up over here, we have a signed photo of Carly Simon.
How'd you get that?
Well, my grandmother passed away about a year ago, and she was a massive Carly Simon fan, and no one else in the family wanted that. And I was like, well, we can't just discard Carly Simon like that. So I took the signed photo of Carly Simon. Oh, he's getting it.
And she wrote that original and didn't it get nominated?
Oh,
It did. It got nominated for a Golden Globe, Academy Award, and a Grammy. So that's crazy.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, there
pretty
she
good song.
is.
And-
Shout out Carly Simon. Shout out my grandma. I also have the dress that she met Carly Simon in.
Whoa.
She wears it on occasion.
I
Never
do wear it on
washed it.
occasion.
That's the
I wore it
purple
to the Valentine's Day party.
Oh, that one. Okay.
The purple one was also her dress that I
Yeah.
pulled out of her closet.
I know.
But yeah, so yeah, my grandma's a big Carly Simon fan, and she's right here with us today. So shout out Carly Simon.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this movie, what this movie means to me is my mother actually, it's her favorite movie.
hmm
And she used to sing Carly Simon's in karaoke
Yeah,
quite often, including this song.
You're so vain.
You're so vain, of
that's
course.
one I've heard you sing many a time.
Classic, iconic, one at the top in your repertoire. But
That
I've
theme
heard
song
Let the
is
River Run.
it's a little high for me.
Well,
a little
it's
high.
such a fucking belter, and it's all about dynamics, and it's like very choral. So not a great karaoke song, but you've done it
No,
well,
it's
and
not.
it's
No one wants to
an
hear it.
extreme challenge, and nobody wants to hear it.
Extreme.
It's not a
challenge.
crowd pleaser.
No,
Nothing like You're So Vain.
no. Which is of course, quick,
everyone's
to the
favorite movie,
point.
Dick.
Everybody loves it. Yes.
Yes.
So big Carly Simon fan. This is my mom's favorite movie. You quote it quite often, and I am, after all, me. And yeah, I think it's genius. I think it's clearly written by somebody who had worked in an office for like 20 years, and it feels so a response from the people that like have the jobs in How to Succeed in Business or whatever, like the Mad Men, like the interns on Mad Men grew up and
Yeah.
were like, what the fuck was all that about? And like the secretaries from that era growing up and being like, yeah, this is all really fucked up, right? And this movie feels like a real offshoot of that, and not as preachy as Wall Street. Like this is about the soul or whatever. Like it's very domestic,
Yeah.
very chick flicky, not to spoil, but in its earnest expressions of what it's like to be a woman and what the reality of the workplace is. And it's really rare to get a movie that feels realistic about this. I mean, Baby Boom, the business stuff is like, might as well be punchlines. It doesn't feel
It's kind of like magic.
right. It's like, right. It's like,
oh, now
you're
I have a
working-
baby food company.
You work 120 hours a day. It's like business. And in this, they're like, why is it 36 hours on one project for Harrison Ford at any given time? Because there are these two companies that are in a very specific financial situation right now, and it's like, how do we make this happen as soon as possible? It's like you understand why they're under a time crunch,
Yeah.
Mhm.
what the fast lane is, all of their like greed and shit that
he
destroyed
tells-
the American economy is
he
right
has
there.
a line where he's like, all the guys on my phone, there's tape over their names.
Oh yeah.
I don't want my name to be under the tape.
Yeah.
Because he's like, that's how fast, if you miss a deal, that's how fast. It's very
Yeah.
fast moving.
Mhm.
Right.
And like, Alec Baldwin is, how's it life in the fast lane? She's
Yeah.
like, it's fast. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it is
Right.
fast.
It's
It
like-
is like, and yeah. So they're not, it's not a manufactured time crunch.
Right.
No, and it's not representative of something else. It is the reality of the workplace. It's like, if you are willing to sacrifice all of your time and be very smart, there is a reality of New York City where you can make a fuck ton of money if you sell your soul and all that. And it makes sense to do it because it is so competitive, high stress. And, it almost makes it seem like there are people that would prefer that to a domestic life. And I like that that's the kind of conclusion that this movie makes.
Right.
Although what I like the best about this movie and what really touches me is her like realizing there needs to be a balance at the end. And it almost feels like this announcement of like what the workplace will become in this very friendly environment. She's wearing a sweater,
Mm-hmm.
at the end. It is so prescient. And like this entire, I mean, me and Sully work in Midtown Manhattan. This entire culture is dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was wondering about
Confirmed
that.
dead.
You guys could tell me.
We're
more.
some of the only people who have to wear suits. I haven't been told to wear a jacket 2 years.
Yeah.
We work at a high-end
What's-
hotel in Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah. It's the millennials were all like, oh, we can do casual at the office. And
Yeah.
now everybody's casual, which is fine.
And then we had a
Yeah,
global
sure.
pandemic, and
Well,
so
that
like
too.
Yeah,
That
there
too.
you go.
they're just happy to see anybody at the
Mhm.
office.
Yeah.
When I go into the office, when I work in an office in the summers, I am wearing like shorts and crop tops.
well, you gotta go
You work at a park.
outside.
I do. I work outside a lot, but the crop tops I wear are like button-up crop tops.
I got away with shorts
Ooh.
for like a month last year.
Fancy.
You were wearing like shorts and X-Men t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, just to how far we are from having a secretary is stunning.
Nobody has
It'd
secretary.
be wild if I had a secretary.
Well,
Don't do
yeah.
jack
At the very
shit.
end, she's like, I'd prefer the term assistant.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's the turn.
Right.
1988.
Right. And it feels so at the end of Working Girl, you don't have to worry about any of the culture that existed prior to the end of Working Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is all, I mean, the stockbrokers doing all that. We work across from a stockbroker company. We work
Mhm.
across from Barclays and look out and see the floor completely dead most of the time.
Yeah.
And if, if it is, it's all screens and like it's
They're
just
sitting there playing Fortnite or something.
literally
like-
we've changed so much. Just in case anybody's wondering why shit's so different.
Mm-hmm.
Who has all the assistant jobs? Who's doing that now? What are those people doing?
I haven't been an assistant for a while.
It's computers.
AI.
They replaced people.
Claude.
So now we have to
Siri,
find new shit for people to do.
Mm-hmm.
Chat. GPT.
chat.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
That's what this movie means to me.
Gotcha.
I understand that some people want to work hard. Doesn't make sense to me. And I don't understand why we now all have to be Tess in this movie. Why we all now have to be executives
Yeah.
or
Come up
garbage
with
men.
ideas.
I don't really understand what the fuck
We all
happened.
got to be on
Yeah.
that grind.
Yeah, we all have to be on that. We now all have to work 24 hours a day, which I guess we're just in the situation that Tess is in at the beginning of the movie because class has divided us.
Yes.
And now the rich actually don't even have to work that hard.
Yes.
They never did.
They never did.
They never did.
She's laughing in Germany, popping
Oh, I don't know it.
champagne. Nobody ever asked. Nobody's like, "Oh, you're gonna lose money for not working for 2 months." She didn't give a shit.
No.
She's staying at her parents' loft in Manhattan.
Mhm.
My favorite detail is her complaining on the phone about the housekeeper going to the Bahamas.
Right.
And then you get the phone call where she talks about how her parents, or like the memo about how her parents are in the Bahamas. And so
Yeah.
the housekeeper are in Barbados. So the housekeeper is in Barbados with her parents.
Yes.
Not going home.
Yes.
It's so fuck this woman.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's so many little details. like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I love the script is what this movie
The script is great.
Yeah. All right, let's hear what the critics thought. Roger Ebert says, one of those entertainments where you laugh a lot along the way and then you end up on the edge of your seat at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Melanie Griffith's movie in the same way The Graduate belonged to Dustin Hoffman. She was not an obvious casting choice, but she is the right one.
Aw.
She had a fight for it. Did you
Yeah,
know that?
I
She
did.
had a fight for that.
Makes a lot of sense. She's extremely understated in this movie and like quite quiet,
Yeah.
which you would not conclude if
She
you were to
was
just
very
hear how we discuss the character.
Yeah.
Very soft spoken. Like the way she spoke was kind of getting to me at the end.
Oh,
Because she was so
sexy.
like I don't know, quiet and sweet. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, can you like please have some vocal fry? But also, I read on Wikipedia that they were having a lot of like trouble during shooting of this movie because
she wasn't
was
confident.
She was like
wasn't
drinking
confident.
and
Oh,
doing a lot
yeah,
of
I
drugs.
think she went to rehab to get this
Yeah.
role. They wanted Shelley Long, but not
I
sexy.
don't know who that is.
She was on Cheers.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
First.
okay.
Oof, not.
That would
I
it would
love
it,
Cheers.
well what I really like is that there is this like personality divide that seems to represent class, and Shelley Long and Sigourney Weaver, you'd be like, okay, that is a younger version of Sigourney,
Right.
even though they're the same age.
You wouldn't.
Roger Ebert says, it is an interesting assignment for an actor with Weaver's imagination. From her first frame on the
Yes.
screen, she has to say all the right things while subtly suggesting that she may not mean any of them.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Powerhouse.
Yes.
He says, Ford, an actor whose steadiness goes along with a sort of ruminating passion. When he's in love with a woman, he doesn't grab her. He just seems to ponder her a lot. Which I thought was
And he
funny.
still comes off as a creep in this movie. I mean, he's got to be sticking to as much pondering and as little pawing as humanly possible
Yeah.
to come off as at all a redeemable character after he takes her clothes off and puts her in bed.
Yeah. Why take her clothes off?
In the strapless bra where you're like, of course, a boob pops
Because it was
out.
a $6,000 dress, sequin dress. You can't
It's
sleep in
true.
that. You
It's
can't
true.
sleep in
But he
that.
doesn't like
I'd leave her
have
in
a
the
couch.
I'd leave her in the chair.
Yeah.
We
Done.
don't get to see
We don't get to
his
see.
thoughts on that.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
but I'm telling you, he didn't do it
He
with his eyes
didn't
closed.
peek.
He goes, okay,
Well,
maybe
he
I
peeked a little.
peeked. I don't remember.
Roger says the plot of Working Girl is put together like clockwork. It carries you along while you're watching it, but reconstruct it later and you'll see the craftsmanship.
Yeah.
Gotta agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Working Girl is Nichols returning to the top of his form and Griffith finding hers. Ooh, high praise.
Yeah, nice.
She's incredible in this movie.
We have The Guardian, Amy Nicholson. This is a 2018 review, so retrospective. She says, if only tricksters win, then there's still no power to trust. And I said, thank you for affirming what the theme is.
What if actually there just is no power to trust?
Well, everyone's a trickster.
Yeah.
And we know that.
Yeah. Maybe today. Yeah. Oh, retrospective. Great point.
Yeah. Bosses were bosses, as Griffith learned when Alfred Hitchcock presented her with a small coffin with a miniature figure of her mother inside. Griffith was 6.
Do you know who her
That's
mother
awesome.
was?
Yeah, it's
Tippi
Hedren.
Hedren.
Yeah.
From Psycho.
Yep.
Gets
Dakota
killed.
Johnson's grandmother is Tippi
Gave
Hedren.
her a small coffin with a figurine of her mom and
Killed.
Correct.
Yeah, in the shower scene.
Bro's an icon.
Of
that's awesome.
Tippi Hedren's birds.
Yeah.
oh, who is killed in the
Janet Leigh.
showers? Oh, you're
Her
right.
daughter is
Oh,
Tippi
that's
Hedren's
Jamie Lee
bird.
Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Wow,
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. Look at us
Wow.
watching TCM.
Shut up. Griffith knew Tess was her story too. Tess was an underestimated and over-sexualized, a girl smart enough
Yeah.
to spot a brilliant opportunity and shrewd enough to know that skill alone wouldn't be enough.
Mm-hmm.
30 years later, Working Girl is still brilliant in the details and wobbly in its overall arc.
Wobbly.
Here we go. The biggest flaw is that it pits Tess against Catherine, as though the conference table at Trask Industries can only seat one female.
Sure.
Rich person wrote that.
Sure, but have we considered she's rich and evil?
Rich person wrote that.
Yeah.
That actually the door is closed and it's Catherine's fault that the door's closed.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was certainly, to me, what this movie did is it acknowledged the sexism issue. She's getting harassed by her other bosses. But then by having Sigourney be a woman and be this evil woman, we get more into the class. We get into the power dynamics and like how work can be terrible without having to like go back to the sexism. Because like
That's what I love about the movie is that Sigourney literally means well.
Yeah.
mhm.
And is reacting as she feels she needs to react in the moment.
Yeah.
And is a fucking killer, which is how she got to where she is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Melanie Griffith is learning to become.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think she is endlessly sympathetic,
Yeah. Sure.
as is punctuated by her incredible performance.
Yeah.
And like her talking down to her, she doesn't even think of it as talking down, which is like a critical point in class discussions.
Well, let's just say Amy didn't agree.
Well, I think Amy's mom had a boat. I think Amy had a lake house growing up, is what I'm thinking.
Okie dokie.
I'll call anybody rich.
Watch it today. You see the film work overtime to convince audiences that Catherine is the villain, while noting that she too has her own career hurdles.
I don't think it's working overtime to show us that she's
Yeah.
the
I
villain.
think Sigourney Weaver is just a genius.
Yeah. Corporate culture at large was too gargantuan an enemy to be bested. Thank you. Not me sounding it out. Nancy's like, there's no A in that word, sweetie. Corporate culture at large was too gargantuan an enemy to be bested, which is why Orrin Trask himself, a grandfatherly sexist who accuses Jack of thinking with his dick, escapes the movie unscathed. I kind of gotta agree. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, she is. I mean, when she gets her fired and calls her bony ass,
Yeah.
like he gets to win no matter what. Yeah. Well, she's like, I think the movie's about class. I think it's about how she scrapes out her own little hole, and that's the best you can do in this greedy corporate environment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like it is kill or be killed. And I guess the movie does not land on that as much as the implication of it resides within my obvious reading of the situation, because I don't think the two women should be pitted against each other because one's a bitch.
Right. Yeah.
So I assume that Melanie Griffith understands the weight of this, and which is why at the end she says my favorite line in the movie that I haven't mentioned yet, where she says, "I'm gonna not take it all so seriously."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, but it is really fucking serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she understands that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harrison Ford's little speech about how he's insecure
Mm-hmm.
is so good about covering those points. And yeah, it's not a good thing for Catherine to get fired.
No.
And I think that's obvious.
Yeah.
She's going to land on her feet too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, her
she-
parents are fucking in Barbados.
Yeah. We'll be fine. Phenomenal characters give rise to phenomenal actors, a feedback loop of longevity that is still making the industry hum today. Meanwhile, a nominationless Harrison Ford was stuck rumbling that in Working Girl, he had the girl part. Come
Iconic.
on, Harrison.
Iconic reference.
What is he?
And
Because he's a piece of meat.
So correct.
Yeah.
He's so
And
correct. He
he's
has
so
the
good
girl
at doing
part.
it.
And when her lie gets her to a point where she has the power for Harrison Ford to open up to her
Mm-hmm.
and admit his insecurities, that he trusts her and sees her as a superior. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so sorry that he got the Ingrid Bergman role. Boo-hoo. Tough for you, pal.
Yeah.
The best performance of your entire life.
Yeah. Suck it up, buddy.
Her asking
Yeah.
about his chin scar in bed and him being like, you're the first person that told the truth.
Huh.
His chin scar comes up in Indiana Jones too.
What the fuck does
Just FYI.
what the fuck does Han Solo ever say? You know,
Yeah.
you can't quote any of his shit.
Anyway.
That's a line. That's
Yeah.
a character.
Yeah. Yeah. Does Working Girl have a happy ending? For the cast, sure. Griffith got a huge career bump and was seen as deliberately funny enough to host Saturday Night Live. And that night, Don Johnson re-proposed, leading to the birth of today's best comic starlet, 50 Shades of Grey, Dakota Johnson. This is Amy's take,
Wow.
2018.
Ouch.
which I think brings us...
2018. Dakota was on the upline. She was in a couple
before Madam
comedies.
Web.
It was a different time.
I like Dakota.
I think she's good. I think she's best when she's funny.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody who reached that low bar of being funny enough to host SNL.
That's not true, Ellen.
Whoa. But that brings us right into the impact on the genre, which apparently includes the birth of Dakota Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And whether
This movie was so good, Don Johnson was like, I gotta lock it up for the rest of my life.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And do we consider it a chick flick? I would say yes. What do you think, Nancy?
Well, it's got a makeover.
Yeah,
It does
Yeah.
have a
It does
makeover
have a
scene.
It passes the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yes, because when
The MacGuffin passes
when
the Bechdel test.
when
We're just like,
Sigourney
what?
Weaver goes to confront Tess in the meeting, she doesn't mention anything about Harrison Ford. She's
Yeah.
just focused on that.
Yeah.
And
They both don't really seem to care about him that much.
no, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like
think
it's
genius.
not like even that if like what a part of the test is that
Yeah.
when they have a conversation, it's not about a man.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
she didn't even care about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so often in this movie, going with him saying he got the girl part, right? And believing he's correct and should be proud of it. So often you see the female character that's the middle ground that the men don't care about be at extreme risk and the movie doesn't give a fuck. But because they gender swap it, he's actually at no risk
Yeah.
practically ever,
Mm-hmm.
especially towards the climax.
He has to have a win.
He has to have a win, right? His arc is just 2 scenes. But he actually has the most ground to land on out of anybody involved,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
think is why it's really smart to not, I mean, obviously that's not why they did it, but I think it's really compelling to give him this almost
I stopped the
stereotypical
movie-
romance
There was a
partner part.
part where she's researching Jack
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
in Catherine's office, and you can and on the screen is like is his education and background. It's
Mhm.
like MBA, Harvard.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be fine too. They're all gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Well, not Melanie Griffith. You know, she's the one who has to claw out her sex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she doesn't belong.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I think this movie is directly about the female experience in the workplace.
Mhm.
My theory is that I think not only is it chick flick, I think it's a AAA chick flick of like the movie stars of the time, especially 1988 Sigourney Harrison Ford
Mm-hmm.
and Mike Nichols. Like
Yeah.
this is a top-notch blockbuster Hollywood film
Mhm.
with this huge crane shot, helicopter shot opening around the Statue of Liberty, custom song
And
that,
the
like,
helicopter shot at the
wins a
end.
ton of awards,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and it basically is a sitcom episode plot.
Yeah.
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 And I think, like, when was the last time we spent all
You
that
don't
money,
see it.
all those resources on something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think this, just like Baby Boom, it seems to be like very popular, the theme of women in the workplace
Mhm.
at that time, just because it was new and exciting and everyone had to have their hot take on it. What I thought was really interesting and was when she goes to Sigourney Weaver's apartment and there's the pop art portraits.
Yes.
And I was like,
Of
they
herself.
had that in the First Wives Club.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah. And it was a good thing in the First Wives Club.
And then I thought about it and I said, oh yeah, I guess rich people have always had portraits of themselves in their home. And then I was like, I gotta get a portrait of myself.
Speaking
I'm not
of-
rich
Yeah.
though.
rich people and you have
It's
always
okay.
wanted to have
You live
giant
in
photos of
Bushwick.
themselves.
Just like go knock on your neighbor's door.
Yeah, right? They'll do a cubits
Paint
too.
me.
Yeah, be like, paint me, I'll make
Paint
you
me.
cookies.
Like one
and
of
then
your
you
French
barter
girls.
because that's how things work in Bushwick.
And they'll be like, yes, sister. I'll paint you. On over here.
I think you could have this done.
All right, I'm glad we're all on board.
I agree. You need one of those of yourself.
You need to get a fireplace and you need to have
that'd
a
be
giant
so
portrait
good.
of you in repose on top of it.
So we already have the cardboard cutout of you.
Yeah.
You know, so, she's in the other room. She doesn't fit in the shot, but she's normally right back
Yeah.
here. So yeah, you could get a portrait of yourself.
Perfect. Oh, well, hey, hit me up if you want to paint me, anybody. Uh,
Not the first time I've heard you say that.
Mike Nichols previously worked with Nora Ephron right before this on Silkwood and Heartburn, and I'm like, maybe influenced. You know?
Say
Yeah.
training grounds.
Training grounds.
Something rubbed off.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you work with Nora without being like, wow, women are pretty great.
Exactly.
Got some good ideas.
Yes, and famously comedy partners with Elaine May, also quite a successful film director who is somebody who,
Yeah.
women, huh?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Women.
They sure know what they're
Uh-huh.
doing.
They're good. Kevin Wade, this was his first screenplay. And then he went on to write Made in Manhattan, among other things. But, chick flick stuff. I never saw Made in Manhattan.
I'm sure we will do it.
It's not good.
Yeah. So there was a working girl TV series
With Sandra Bullock
Oh, wow.
as Melanie Griffith's character, I believe.
Wow, she'd be so good in that.
Fact
But
check that.
it is. I'm like, really? This and Baby Boom? They were just throwing anything at TV. I guess they're
Oh,
like, we got a
right?
good movie, make it into a TV show. Baby Boom, I got because it's like a baby in the workplace. Crazy, like endless sitcom. But this is just like there's like a woman. And she's working. What's the
Sandra Bullock as Tess McGill. She just
Wow.
takes over Melanie Griffith's role.
Well, the pun works so well for a TV sitcom.
Yeah,
Of
It
Working
does.
Girl.
Working Girl.
yeah.
And the opening theme is "Let the River Run," Carly Simon.
Nothing
Hell
funnier.
Yep. And then apparently there was a working girl musical that came out in 2025. Did you hear about this?
I saw it on the Wikipedia. I didn't think it had come out. Oh, yeah. At La Jolla Playhouse in California.
Yep.
They're
La
also
Jolla.
working on a reboot.
La Jolla.
Supposedly Selena Gomez is
Jackson?
producing.
Huh.
The
Great.
musical score to be written by Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Cyndi Lauper wrote music for the SpongeBob musical. It
Pretty
was
good.
So good.
Kinky boots.
Pretty good.
Kinky
Let's
Boots
go.
too, yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, it's probably good.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything I got.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, Nancy!
Thank you for being on.
Thanks for coming.
You're doing it right in front of me.
Well, it's such a long trip for you to get here.
It is.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, thank you everyone for listening and watching. Thank you to Atlas Renee for art, Shishkin Productions, Brianna Harley for music. Next week we are watching Rules Pyar Ka Super Hit Formula. I hope I pronounced that right. It's Indian.
Damn straight. Super hit
Slay.
formula.
Super Hit. Follow us on social media. We got TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and Letterboxd at Femme Features Pod.